What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another BBAQW guide. We are back, and today we're going to be showing you guys how to get the Dauntless enhancement. This is going to be one of the last Forge enhancements you get because of its difficulty. So we are already assuming that you have rank 10 Forge, and you also must be level 100 for this quest. And by rank 10 Forge, I mean rank 10 Blacksmithing. So first thing you want to do is /join Forge. Click on the Forge quests. You're going to want to go to weapon quests, and then you will see the Dauntless quest available here. Before you can even accept the quest, as I mentioned, you're going to need to be level 100, rank 10 blacksmithing, and the first giant hurdle is you will need to have completed the quest called Build Malgore's Armor Set, and that is a super hardcore farm. So much so that we will not be showing you how to get it in this video. It'll be linked in the description. It is at 2 minutes and 30 seconds into our Radiant Goddess of War guide. We go over the requirements to get that item in about 10 to 15 minutes time. So if that is the first thing you need and you don't have it already, go click that video in the description, get that armor, and come back to us. So once you have once you have completed Build Malgore's Armor Set, that will have given you 2 items. The Shadowlord's Helm and Malgore the Shadowlord Armor. That is 2 of the items that you need to have in your inventory in order to accept the Dauntless quest. The other 2 are the Infernal Flame Pyromancer and the Malgore's Shadow Flame Blade. And we're going to go over the Shadow Flame Blade first. So what you'll want to do for that is /join Ultra Speaker. Once you're here, you're going to want to go to the merge shop, and you'll see in the merge shop there is Malgore's Shadow Flame Blade, which requires 20 Malgore insignias, 1 Shadow Flame Dragon Blade, and 20 elemental cores. To get the Malgore insignias, again, go back to our Argo video where we explain how to kill the Ultra Speaker. But basically, it is a weekly Ultra, and it will give 5 insignias a week, so this is going to be 4 weeks or 4 quest turn-ins for that. So once you've got all that, you can go and farm the Shadow Flame Dragon Blade. And to get that, that is from /join Mana Cradle. There's actually 2 bosses that drop it. It's dropped by Malgore the monster, as well as the Titan Shadow Dragon Lord. You can do either, whichever one's easier. It's probably your best bet. But once you're here in Mana Cradle, you want to go all the way down. And while you're at it, click on this girl at the top. And she's going to have a quest called Once Upon Another Time. Keep that accepted, because we're going to get back to that. It's another requirement you need. Keep going past the Dark Tainted Mana, past the Darkness Elementals. It's a long walk. And here's Malgore. 1.7 million HP. Malgore drops the Shadow Flame Dragon Blade, and so does, I believe, not the menu, but if you go to /join Shadow Grove, the Titan Shadow Dragon Lord also drops it. But you're probably going to just end up getting it from Malgore here because you're going to have to kill him a bunch anyways, because the other requirement for Malgore's Shadow Flame Blade and the final requirement is 20 elemental cores, which you get from this quest right here. And basically this requires you to go and kill the Tainted Manas in this room back here. 14,000 HP. And if you're familiar with the farms for Garish, Willpower, anything like that, this is the same style. And if you go into your temporary inventory, you'll see that this stacks up to 100. So I'd recommend killing them until you have a max stack of 100. Once you do, you head back over to Malgore, kill him 5 times. That'll give you your Withered Armor Shard. And then for the Licorice Scale, you have to kill the main 5 times. That gives you a max stack for the quest turn-in, and you can turn it in for 5 elemental cores. You need 20. From that point, you want to kill the main 5 times and back farm it. You're going to have to do that cycle 4 times, but then you'll have all of your 20 elemental cores, which is honestly a real pain. So once you turn that in, you will have all the requirements to get the Malgore Shadow Flame Blade. Go turn that back in and /join Ultra Speaker. Again, 20 Malgore insignias. The Shadow Flame Dragon Blade, dropped by Malgore here in this other room, and 20 elemental cores. So make sure when you're farming your elemental cores that you keep an eye out for the Shadow Flame Dragon Blade that he drops. If you don't get it, just keep killing him. So after that, the final item you will need to accept the Dauntless quest is the Infernal Flame Pyromancer. So to get that, you'll want to /join Ultra Tindarius. Once you're here, go to his merge shop, and here you'll see the Infernal Flame Pyromancer, 20 Avatar Tindarius insignias, and 75 Avatar's favors. So if you go to the daily quest here, Ultra Tindarius defeated. It gives you 2 a day, so this is daily, which means it takes 15 days, which is faster than Malgor. And the reason I say 15 days is because you do need an additional 10 Avatar Tindarius insignias for the Dauntless quest itself, as well as an additional 5 Malgor insignias. So correction earlier, you will need a total of 25 Malgor insignias and 30 Avatar Tindarius insignias. And to briefly go over how to kill the boss in here, you will want to go Lord of Order, Legion Revenant, some form of DPS class. You can do QCM, you can do VDK, you can do Void High Lord, any of those. You can even do, what's that Chaos class called? Chaos Avenger. Yep. And then your final character that you'll want is Arch Paladin. When you walk into the room, I'm just going to walk in to show you. He's going to automatically attack us, but for purposes, you will want your DPS, aka your Cav, or whoever else it is, taunting the right orb, and then you'll want your Legion Revenant taunting the other orb, and your Arch Paladin taunting the Avatar himself. You're going to want to kill the fire orbs, and then everybody focuses the Avatar, and repeat that cycle until he's dead. It's a very simple boss, but sometimes he will literally one-shot you as soon as you walk in, so it might take you a few tries. Now, if we go back to the merch shop, you'll notice you also need 75 Fire Avatar's Favor, and it is again the same cookie cutter quest style as farming those elemental cores, farming Garish, farming willpower, all of that other stuff you needed for Malgor's armor. And for this, you want to /join Fire Avatar, and once you're here, go to Galanoth, go to his quests, Avatar's Rage, 6 Onslaught defeated, 6 Elemental defeated. So killing any of these guys gives you the Onslaught defeated. I'd recommend sitting in a room with 3. And then you'll eventually want to walk over, honestly sit in this room because it's closer. And then you walk up the mountain, and you kill the Elementals for their drop. These guys have a little higher HP. Looks like my character's bugged, not letting me kill him. So there you go. And if you go and check the temp inventory, you'll see that they stack to 30, which means you're getting 5 at a time. So you're going to need to do this a total of however many times, let's see, 75 times, I believe. It shouldn't take you long, maybe an hour and a half, but it again is one of the super annoying requirements. But with that being said, you can then go to the merch shop, get your Infernal Flame Pyromancer, and then you can head back to /join Forge. And once you're here, go back to the Forge quests, weapon quests, and you'll see that you can now accept the Dauntless quest, and the only 2 other things you need is 5 Malgor insignias and 10 Avatar Tindarius insignias, which we already went over Again, this is probably the most difficult Forge enhancement to farm, and most of the guide for getting the Shadow Lord's Helm and Malgor the Shadow Lord armor is going to be linked in the description, because we already have a whole 50-minute video going over that with basically all elements included. So I'll link that in the description, again with the timestamps, and we will see you in our next video. So thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy your Dauntless. Bye.